Hey everyone, welcome to episode 32 of PixlFeed Radio. And I'm here with my friend Hector Leal. ¿Qué fue, mamá huevo? Like we would say in Venezuela. What's going on, man? How are you?
How are you, Christian? I'm really well. So I'm excited to be here. Guys, I wanna say something first. I don't know if you guys know that he's from Venezuela, but he's living right now in the United States. So he speaks very well English, like American, and I speak a little bit English because I'm not living in the United States right now.
You're good, man. Everybody can understand you perfectly. I wouldn't worry about it. And also, I mean, yeah, I grew up in Venezuela, but I'm not originally from there, and I've been here for 25 years, close to 30 years. So yeah.
Don't lie, my friend. Don't lie. You have like 50 years in the United States.
Close to it. And you're in Mexico right now.
I'm living in Mexico right now. That's true.
You lived here for a while too, right? In the U.S.
Yeah. For almost 4 years or 3 years, something like that.
Yeah, and that's how we met, because back in the day when I was learning Facebook ads, I took a course from someone, and you were in the same group with me, and that's how we met. And then you're like, oh yeah, I'm in Venezuela. I'm like, oh man, I grew up there. And then we became friends, and then you started learning how to do Facebook ads, and now you have your agency, VIP Social Marketing. And what's interesting is it's not just lead gen, but most people in the States don't know this because they haven't done it anywhere else. But you actually specialize in running lead generation for the usual dentists, plastic surgeons. You're doing it. I know you're doing it for schools too, like English schools in Mexico.
Yeah.
But you don't do it just the regular lead generation like most people expect here in the States, which is either a lead generation ad or a funnel. You do use those, but you specialize on doing lead gen through WhatsApp, which for those of you that don't know, WhatsApp is huge in the rest of the world. And I mean, huge. Like, I've been using it for years. Obviously, people in the States don't have need for WhatsApp because we have the technology here with our cell phones and stuff like that. So it was never really a need. But if you've never used WhatsApp, it's basically what Apple Messenger is. It's just, it's
like SMS, like message.
Well, it's not SMS. SMS is analog. So it's like through data. It's data. It's like Apple messaging or iMessage or whatever it's called. It's the same thing. That's where they got the idea from. Anyway,
we're
gonna talk about that. What?
Who don't know what is WhatsApp, right?
Dude, you'll be amazed how many people in the States don't know WhatsApp. Like half of my friends didn't even know existed until I told them about it. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, because the United States is not very popular, right?
No, it's not at all. Like barely anybody uses WhatsApp here. There's no need.
In Latin America, everybody knows what is WhatsApp. Everybody use WhatsApp.
And barely anybody uses Facebook, but they use Instagram like crazy.
Oh, that's true. That's another thing that I want to talk to you later.
All right, well, keep that in mind. Let's talk about it too. But before we get started, get into the whole story about lead generation and stuff like that, everybody always wants to hear everybody's background story. So I'm assuming growing up in Venezuela, I grew up in Venezuela as well. You were a hustler, man. You had to be. So what were you doing? Well, like, how did it all start when you were a kid? What was the first thing you sold? I sold lemons from my tree house.
Oh my God.
From the lemon tree in the back of my house.
Okay. I think I don't know, when I was 15, my father have a business. He was a really entrepreneur and invest guy. And he have a store, like, I remember, like, he was selling, or he had a store. The name is $1. I don't know. I think it's the same thing in the United States, right? Like a $1
store, like a dollar store.
Like a dollar store, but in Venezuela.
Right.
So we sell a lot of things from China and United States, and that was my first job. So that in the cashiers, attending to people. How are you? Yeah, what do you want to do? Because in Venezuela you have to be careful. People, that they want to steal your stuff, your things,
Right.
So all the time you have to be care and watch everybody because you don't want to lose anything. Yeah, in Venezuela, it's Latin America.
Yeah, it's pretty much all South America. Yeah, you got to, especially now. But back, I know what you're saying. So basically, you had to be careful that people weren't stealing out of the store. But it explains your background of what you do now and how you got started, because you were already you were seeing the process of getting goods from China and the US here, to sell it over there because they don't have access to that stuff. entrepreneurs like your father that they brought the products over there and they sold them. But how was it like? How did you pick up the whole process just from watching him?
Yeah, I just watching him, and after that, my father and my mother divorced. So in that moment, I just decided, okay, what I want to be successful. I need money. I like money. And I remember all my friends, everyone is,
Balling.
getting datings with other girls and, like going to the disco, things like that. And always they ask me, obviously, hey, bro, come with us, having fun, blah, blah, blah. And I say, bro, sorry, I can't because tomorrow I have to do something. I remember that I saw donuts in my in the square where I live, and I sell donuts to everyone, walking or going the car. I
donuts?
Remember,
you were selling donuts? Is that what you said?
Donuts, bro. Yeah, donuts.
Wow. Okay.
And my friends, I remember that my friends told me, hey, bro, what are you doing? And, they're laughing because I'm in the middle of the street selling things like with no store, but
Right.
I'm making money. So 2 months later, I remember that all my friends, they're broke, totally broke. They don't have money. And I say, what do you want? Oh, where are you? I buy everything, food, a lot of things because, I make money. So I think that I have the spirit of the entrepreneurship when I was so young. And right now, when you grown, you want to be successful. You want more. So that's like kind of my background.
Right. That makes sense. So when we met, you were living here in the States, right?
Yeah, when we met, I was living in the United States. When I was like 4 or 5 years ago in Venezuela, the situation was not very good, and they're decreasing. The economy, everything is getting bad and bad.
Inflation's through the
Inflation,
roof. Yeah.
and I was doing a business import things from China by myself, and I remember that I had 2 stores selling for wholesale to a few small business in Venezuela. But for me, the inflation was like, wow, was a really, really bad impact in my economy and my financial things. So in that moment, I decided to create a new life. So that's what I decided to go to United States and try a new life, new things. Like, okay, in some point Venezuela is gonna be broke, and I'm gonna be broke. So what I have to do? I have some friends in the United States. I have visa. Let me check. Let me think what I can do. And after that, I decided in the United States, when you are immigrant, you have to work a lot in any kind of job, like take boxes,
Just whatever you can get. Yeah, whatever you can do, like mowing grasses, warehouse, whatever, under the table, right?
Exactly, whatever, exactly, under the table. And after like 1 or 2 years, I realized and I say, okay, bro.
What were you doing?
In that moment?
What were you working at?
Delivery for in Miami Beach, valet parking, washing cars, all that kind of.
Man, you were busting your ass. Yeah. Okay. I get. Yeah, that's hard work, man. That's very admirable. Yeah, for sure. So okay, so you did all that, and what happened?
And after that, I just decided to, okay, man, I don't want to do this anymore. I am waiting for my not my visa, my immigration situation handler,
Yeah.
And my residential. But in that process, my English was not very good. So.
Well, dude, you're in Miami. Like nobody speaks English in Miami. Like,
exactly.
Florida. Like, come on. Like, even when I'm in Miami, I feel weird that nobody's speaking English. Like, I feel weird speaking English when I'm in Miami.
I remember everyone, hey, what's up, man? Come on to Pacan. What the fuck is that?
You know what's funny is that, like, every time my friends and my wife, we go to Miami, it's hilarious to me because I forget that they don't speak Spanish, and I'm just listening to it and it doesn't register in my head because, I speak both since I was a kid. Right. So it's like, then I forget that they don't. So they don't know what's going on. I'm like, oh yeah, I have to translate for you guys, even though we're in Miami.
Yeah, because it's mixed and it's Spanish and English at the same time. Yeah,
Yeah,
great.
man, Spanglish. All right, so you were trying to get the immigration situation handled
Yeah.
and all that good stuff, and what happened?
So in that moment, I said, okay, I have to do something online. I have to make money online. So what I can do.
Let me ask you something though. Like, so what made you think of online? Because when I thought about online, it was since like AOL became public. Like, I have to do something with this. I have to learn something. But back then, I'm not gonna lie. One, we didn't have all the information that we have today. One. Two, I was a kid, so I was distracted by like school and like getting laid in cars and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, and you didn't know it was as big as it is now. Like, think about it, man. Jeff Bezos started Amazon in '99, and still the internet looked like, I mean, it's not what it is now. You had to be like 20 years ahead of everybody in your head to know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't.
Totally.
So like for you to think of like, okay, I want to do something online. I knew that I always wanted to do something online eventually, but it wasn't until much later. So what made you think about doing something online? Like, because most people don't think like that. Most people's like, I got to get a job and then move up the corporate ladder and blah, blah, blah. And you were like, I need to do something online. Like, what set that off?
Well, you know what? Because when I was like 20, 25-year old, something like that, like 10 years ago, when I was importing things from China, I have to travel to China like twice or 3 or 4 times to make all the orders, check the merchandise, the stuff, all the things. And I say, and I know people in the United States, I remember that they buy everything by online, by eBay or by, Alibaba, things like that. I say, wow. So
Alibaba.
In the United States, nobody have to go to China to buy things. That my mind was blowing. Okay, this is amazing. In Venezuela, nobody knows that. So
Right.
Because everybody think like, oh no, he will steal my money. I will lose my money. I have to see. I have to watch all the stuff, things like that. In that moment, I realized, okay, I want to do something online, whatever. I don't know. I don't know, but I have to watch it. You have everything in Google, man.
Yeah.
So that's everything that you want to find. You just put in Google and oh my God, a lot of information about whatever you want. So,
you know what, man? That's why like I can't wait until that Neuralink becomes real that Elon Musk was doing, so I can put it in my head and then get access to the internet, everything that I want. Like people are gonna waste that on stupid shit. I'm just like, give me all the information that I can just 100x my whole life. You know what I mean? Like all that knowledge, man. Like, isn't it amazing how many people don't even think of just Googling, like, how do I do this? How do I do that? And like the information's out there now. When I started, none of this shit was out there. It was hard, man. Like you had to find like these forums and all this stuff to figure. Now it's like, you can just type like how to sell stuff from China and you get like 1 million videos on YouTube. I got videos that show you how to do that shit. Like it's crazy to me that people don't figure it out now. It's just they're lazy, man. I guess when you come here and do hard work, the jobs that no one wants to do, and you're like, fuck this, man. I have the will and the power. I gotta make more. And you just, you're hungry and you do it, right?
Right. I remember yesterday, I just saw a video like, who is Gary Vee, obviously, right?
No, I don't. Of course I do.
No, because I know people who don't know who is him.
I believe it, yeah. But trust me, I don't care.
Who is him? Okay. And I remember that someone asked him, like, bro, I just want to know how to make real money online. Can you give me a tip? Tell me something that I need. He said, okay, I will spell it for you. Okay, get it. Everyone, emotional. Oh my God, what's gonna say? Okay, I will spell it. GOOGLE. Oh my God, everybody wants to know, loud and screaming because it's Google, bro. That's the best answer. Just Google it. So, okay, to get to the point. When I was in that moment, I said, okay, I don't want to do any more valet parking. I don't want to be poor guy. I don't want to be like my other friends. Like, oh my God,
Hold on.
this week.
I just thought of something. So you're working valet parking
Yeah.
in where? South Beach or Miami Beach?
Miami Beach, South Beach, all that
Oh
area.
man, so you're sitting there busting your ass, and everybody's pulling up in the Lambos, the Ferraris, the Rolls Royce, the
Yeah,
Bentleys, the
yeah.
I mean, and you're just like, like
Yeah, exactly. When I was in an Audi, because I love Audi, I don't remember Audi 7 Q7, something like that. What man? Oh my God, this is fucking amazing. And, and I was scared. And I was scared because my manager, they told us, hey, take the car and leave the car. Don't stay more than 5 minutes. Blah, blah, and say, God, let me see. And I'm getting keys. I wanted these, man, in some point.
I tell people all the time, I'm like, man, listen, like once you make the money to get one, you still want it. But it's like when you live in South Florida, there's so many of them. There's so many of them. It's like seeing regular cars, man. It gets to a point where it doesn't do shit for you. It really doesn't. Like go rent one. Rent one for the weekend. There's plenty of those. You can rent one in South Beach for $500. Like, it's like. Anyway, sorry. I just think it's.
So you know what is the crazy thing? People that have Lamborghinis, Rolls Royce, cars like that, like solid cars, they don't give really good tips. I don't know why, man.
That's why they're rich, bro. They don't spend their money on stupid shit.
But when I was delivering a car, like piece of shit of car, this kind of guy always gave me a tip like $20, $50. Say, oh, yeah, what the fuck is this?
That's why they're broke, bro. Oh my God. All right. So I forgot what we were talking about because we got sidetracked. All right. So the cars and everything. So what happened? So, okay, you wanted to make money online. So how did you?
I started looking on YouTube, on Google. I remember that I watched like 20 videos, 30 videos about business, how you make money, Facebook, no, not Facebook, like Amazon FBA, like, and Shopify was not the big thing in that moment, but things like that, Amazon FBA, how to sell things, eBay, things like that. I said, oh my God, this is really good. So how money I need? So to start it, like, it's like $150, something like $1,500, something like that. Say, okay, this is good. So I can invest in that. And my first invest was in Amazon FBA. I remember that I buy things for babies.
Your first investment was Amazon FBA.
My first investment, exactly, Amazon FBA. I remember like what 1,500. I remember that I asked my sister, please, can you, I need money, please, 1,000 or 500, whatever you want. And she said, no, bro, sorry. I have really full in my business. I say, oh my God, fuck, I want to invest more, like $5,000, But that is what it is. That's what I started. And after that, one thing comes from another things, and Shopify and lead generation, blah, blah, blah. And I'm doing this business in the agency area for almost 5 or 6 years.
Okay, hold on. Before we get to that, so you were in the States, you started doing Amazon, and then you were doing Shopify when I met you. You had I think it was a generic store, right? It was a generic store?
Generic store, yeah.
But you did well with that store. That store did well, right?
Yeah,
I remember that.
Okay. Yeah.
So so you were living in Chicago, I think, at one point? Boston?
Boston.
Why did you move to Boston? I don't remember.
Bro, I moved to Boston because I have a friend in Boston, a few friends that go to Boston because, I don't know, I want to improve my English. And I say, okay, this is a good idea.
Yeah, it's definitely not. Yeah, you're definitely going to improve your English in Boston, than Miami. I give you that. Yeah. You could have just come to where I was at in Fort Lauderdale, man. Nobody speaks Spanish in Fort Lauderdale.
No, a lot of people speak Spanish in Fort Lauderdale.
Dude, I'm telling you, I never speak Spanish in Fort Lauderdale. Never. Well, not downtown at least. Yeah. Anyway, so, all right. So you went to Boston for a while, and then what made you? Well, I know why you moved to Mexico. One, Mexico's pretty awesome. Two, you're making US dollars living in Mexico like a king. You can't really, you can't really beat that. So what was the light bulb moment that went up and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna move to Mexico?
You know what? That's a good question. When I was in the United States, I decided to go back to Venezuela And because in United States, I think the life is really high. It's expensive. Obviously, if you make money, it's like it's like a balance. But my family, all my family is still in Venezuela. Besides, all the bad things, economical things in Venezuela, they're good. They have a house, they have a business, they don't have to care about anything because they find everything. They have dollar, they have bolivar, whatever. And they always tell me, bro, Hector, plus come to Venezuela. You can make your own business again in Venezuela. You can still making money from United States or your clients, whatever you want, and you can live in Venezuela. So that's what I decided to go to Venezuela again. But when I went in Venezuela, I realized, okay, Venezuela, my sister. So I have money to invest. I saw a lot of people making money, but the light is always off. For the
electricity, the electricity and the power goes out all the time because the infrastructure of the country has been run into the ground because it's a dictatorship now. That it was socialism that became a dictatorship, and the people in power, they don't care about anybody or anything, and the people are starving now. There's no infrastructure. The power goes out like 4 times a day. Now it's even worse. But
the gas,
all that stuff.
The water.
So you're like, I don't want to live like this.
Yeah. So even if I have money, so
what's the point?
You have to be like a king. I know friends, they are living good. They have a big, like house with water, gas.
Yeah, but it's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass. Let's call it what it is. It's a pain in the ass.
So that's what I decided. I have a friend here in Mexico. He was he's in the business, in the fitness business. So he asked me for help if I can, make the funnel, everything to be successful in that area. So I decided, okay, that's a good idea. How we can do that, make happen.
That's how I started helping clients because people kept asking me. I'm like, no. I'm like, I got my store. So I'm like, no. And then one day I was like, all right, I'll do it. And then one person came the next, and then the next, and the next. Yeah, isn't it funny how that works? Like once you start telling people what you do, like they just come to you.
Exactly. That's what happened right now. So this guy was my friend like 10 years ago. And I asked him, okay, what we need to do to start doing this? He told me, okay, come to Mexico. So you know how is Mexico. And after a few months, you can decide if you want to stay here, and I will pay you for the service, and you can stay in my house, blah, blah, blah. But honestly, sorry for all the Mexicans that are watching this video.
Bro, don't piss up my Mexican boys.
Bro, I love Mexico. I don't wanna live never Mexico. I love Mexico.
Okay.
But in that point, I was so concerned, like I don't like Mexico. This for me, Mexico was not the best option to immigrate. So right. I have friends in Spain, I have friends in Colombia, another country, but Mexico was never
in your head. It was never like your number one, right?
Exactly. But after a few months of staying here in Mexico and working, see the people, the culture, wow, I was getting in love with that because for me, it's like the United States, but like Ciudad de Mexico. It's like United States, but Latino,
Right. It's a different vibe, man. It's a different vibe.
Different vibe. So I love here people. Always, they're friendly, they're happy. You can talk with everyone. And in United States, I love United States because the system works, everything works. But people, they are like like shy, don't want to talk too much, and obviously my English is not perfect, and my family is not there, so I felt some time alone. So that's what I decided to.
I get what you're saying. Like I'll give you the best example. Like I've been in the States, I don't know, a long time. Like I said, over 25 years, and but I grew up in South America, so I have that Latin side of me that it doesn't come out that often, but I still have it in my head, like my culture. You know what I'm saying? It's there. Totally. And even though that I love the States and I love the culture in the States and the people in the States, all my friends are from here. And that's why I like Fort Lauderdale, because Fort Lauderdale is like a little bubble in South Florida that it's not the mess that it is Miami. Because let's face it, Miami's a fucking mess. So, But I go through my stages like every once in a while. I was like, you know what? I'm in the mood for the whole Spanish clusterfuck and partying and everything that comes from that Latino, you know what I'm saying? That yeah. So I'm like, you know what? Let's go to Miami for the weekend. Drive down to Miami and then I'll go party down there and do my thing or whatever. So I get what you're saying. It's a different culture, man. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what makes the world a beautiful place. You can go to different places, experience different cultures, and learn from each other. Like that's a problem with a lot of people here in the U.S. They don't travel enough outside the country. And then when you say Mexico, they're not thinking of like, Ciudad de Mexico or places like that where it's like completely different. It's not what they see on TV or whatever, or even Europe or I don't know, Argentina, Peru, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have to be there to
experience it. Yeah, for sure. Like when you say Mexico, most people here in the States think of Cancun and Puerto Vallarta and shit like that, the touristy places. They don't think of the real Mexico just because they don't know any better, right?
Cancun, that's true. Yeah, totally agree.
All right. So you started working with this guy doing the fitness funnel, and what happened? So the light bulb went off, obviously. So how did you expand from there?
So after 2 months, I realized, okay, Mexico is perfect. I love Mexico. So what I have to do to get my visa, to get all the legality, everything.
Legalities, yeah.
Legality. I want to be here in Mexico because I love Mexico. I like it. So after 2 months, I just started that funnel with this guy. This guy was not very
successful.
Yeah, the project was not successful. Not because of me, was because of him. Because he was married, he was a lot of bad stuff in her life. So I said, okay, man, no problem. When you are ready, you just come to me. But thank you because I'm here because of you, right?
Right.
So after that, I called to my sister and I say, sister, I want to stay here. So, but I don't know. I'm really sure how to do it with my visa, with my all the legality, no?
Legalities, yeah.
With my legality. So she told me, oh, you know what? Do you want to stay in Mexico? For sure. Are you sure? You don't want to come back to Venezuela? I say, I'm 100% sure. But if I don't have...
Viva la raza, 100%.
If I don't find a job or if I don't find something that I can, to live and relay everything here, I just want to go to Venezuela. And say, okay, 1 second. I have a friend who's living in Mexico. He's really successful and he have a few businesses. And let me ask him if you can help him in any business that he has. And okay, perfect. So after 3 days, she called me and she told me, yes, I called to my friend and he wanna interview you. Let's see what happened. I said, okay, perfect, bro. And after that, my life changed because he have a really good successful business that is naturally slim. He's merchandise. No, ¿cómo se dice? How can I say? Cuando es una franchise.
Franchise. It's a franchise. Successful franchise.
Successful franchise. And in Mexico, they are making a lot of money. But when I came here to this business, I just start doing Facebook ads, all the information that I have, lead generation, everything. They were so happy. Oh my God, Hector, he's a god. Wow, I love you.
He's a god.
He's in the next level. Oh my God, no, Hector.
Next level. Okay, hold on. Let me explain the next level thing. So this is an inside joke between him and I. Hector and I talk every day. So it's like an inside joke between him and I because he asks me questions. He'll send me messages on WhatsApp. He's like, hey, man, I got a question. How do I do this? How do I do that? And I go, this, that way, this, and that. He's like, oh, man, you're on another level. I'm like, you're goddamn right. I'm on another fucking level. Anyway, it's funny to us. So I figure I share.
That's why you are running a multi-million company, bro.
It took a long time. It took a long time. All right, go ahead. So
that's why I have everything on you. I have to everything.
I should start charging you for fucking coaching.
Bro, you can charge me because my friendships don't have a lot of value, bro.
All right, so you were God. You became God. You're like,
oh my God, yeah. The company was so crazy, and they are so happy
Uh-huh.
And after a few months, obviously, I was in establishment. They get all my visa, all my papers, all my legality, and everything.
Legalities, man.
Legalities, also legalities. And I'm so happy to be here in Mexico. And after that, I realized, bro, okay, this is so good. I can improve a lot of things on my business and my agency. And yeah, I create a system that is working very well.
So let's talk about the system, because people still listening. They want to hear about the
Yeah,
system.
bro. Yeah.
I'm sure that the two people that watch this are listening. So go ahead. So, okay. So the system, because again, most people don't think about this, but WhatsApp and all that stuff. So what's the system that you developed?
Okay. At the beginning was doing lead generation for Facebook.
Yeah.
And I use this is crack the code. I don't know if you know what I mean. You know what does that mean?
Crack the code.
Yeah, crack the code means like when I crack the code is I found a way that I know everything about that, especially like for lead generation. I know everything that it works. So when you crack the code, you know what is the copy works, what is the image, what is the video, what is the audience, what is the target, everything. You crack the code. So when you crack the code, you can use that model and remodel it in another niche or another.
So what you're trying to say, let me simplify for everybody who's listening, which I'm sure will understand. I don't even know why I'm doing it, because it came clear. So you developed a process, and then you can grab that process and you scale by using the same process with different clients. Yeah. So how did you, quote unquote, crack the code? Like, how did you figure it out?
I cracked the code because I spent more than $100,000 on Facebook ad spend. I know it's not too much compared what you were.
No, but still, I mean, you're in Mexico, man. Mexico, I mean, okay, that's still a lot of money. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's a lot of ad spend for lead generation, 2 for South America. Like, come on, South America, yeah. Like advertising in South. I have accounts in Panama. I'm getting like 600x ROAS, and the ad spend's like $15. Like, so yeah, so that's a lot of money. Over $100,000. That's a lot of money, man.
Yeah.
No, but
yeah. Not just in one client, all the clients that I have,
Yeah. But let's talk about the system that you develop, because that helps people in this, everybody who does lead generation. So what's the system that you develop for the leads and all that stuff?
So after a few trials, after a few, after a few changes, I realized that we talked that at the beginning, right? Like from WhatsApp, you remember that?
Yeah, WhatsApp, yeah.
So when I realized in Latin America, the WhatsApp was most important than SMS and the generation, all the things. Okay, this is really good. I can have something. I can crack the code in this kind of lead generation. But you know what is the crazy thing? Facebook, I think, is they don't know much. They don't know too much about WhatsApp lead generation. So I think right now they have a lot of issues. They have a lot of bugs. But I'm trying to crack the code at this moment in this situation right now, and I'm getting leads like 0.13 per lead, 0.30 per lead, and the leads are really qualified, right? The best things about WhatsApp marketing or WhatsApp lead generation is because you have the conversation at the moment.
Right.
So when someone...
So this is what I'm assuming. I'm assuming that WhatsApp right now is what messenger marketing was about 5 years ago, when it was wide open and there was no rules, right? That's where WhatsApp is right now. So basically you're making bots, right? You're making bots that are following the conversation. No, you're not doing bots?
No, I am not doing bots right now. I have a team who are responding.
So you have a real team having real conversations.
Yeah, not bots.
So what made you to decide that? How did you set that up?
Because you know what? Because with the bot, I realized that people think they are a bot, but sometimes they ask, because in Latin America, they use a lot of words
there's like one word means a million things. So I get it. It's hard to do a bot. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So the bot was freaking all the time, and it was really confusing, and they mess a lot of things. So in WhatsApp, when I run a campaign for WhatsApp lead generation WhatsApp. The person watch the ad, they like it. Oh, I like it. They push the button. It's like same like like lead generation.
Yeah.
How can I say formulario?
It's a questionnaire.
Questionnaire. They put that or they click that ad, and after that, in a few seconds, they send the message through WhatsApp, and my team just ready to, okay, what do you need? Oh, perfect. Okay, I want to call you. Oh, please don't call me right now. Call me in 2 hours. So the WhatsApp is not really invasive, like
Invasive.
You call, invasive. Like when you call the person, maybe the person are in the job or they're doing something. In WhatsApp, you always be there. It's like a messenger. It's same. So for me, it's working very well. We are getting a lot of leads. The businesses, they are making a lot of money. They increase the ROIs a lot with this. And the good things, let me tell you this, the last part. The good things about this campaign at WhatsApp is because after when I get the leads, I can create like a bot, not like a bot, but like a campaign for videos. No problem. For videos. So after I have the lead and I say, okay, yeah, of course, what do you need? Yeah, I have this promo, blah, blah, blah. Okay, or maybe a schedule appointment. What time do you want to schedule the appointment? Oh, okay, I want it tomorrow, 2-3 p.m. Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you so much. I just create your appointment, blah, blah, blah. And after that conversation, when we close the appointment, we send a video with a testimonial video through WhatsApp. Hi, I just want to share some testimonials from other customers, blah, blah, blah. And the people, they are so happy. So after like 2 hours before they come to the appointment, I send another video, like testimonial or the owner or the dentist telling what is the process they are going to do, something like that. And for me, they are working very well, bro. So I don't have to spend more money in retargeting in Facebook ads because I can do everything through WhatsApp.
So yeah, that's genius.
And the conversion is obviously
so that's genius because this is where okay. So to recap, you run the ad, people click on the ad, they get pre-qualified, right? Pre-qualified. Right. Hold on, where are they getting pre-qualified? On WhatsApp or a funnel?
WhatsApp. No, on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Because WhatsApp campaign doesn't have that formula.
They don't have that yet. Okay. Oh, so when you say questionnaire, you have the person ask them questions first to qualify them.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what I missed. Okay, so they get pre-qualified by the person who's doing the messages, and then there's a follow-up sequence. How do you keep track of this, man? How do you keep in track of all of this? Because who's sending all these videos and all that stuff?
Yeah, because I have a lot. I have a team that they are just, for example, one for prospecting or 2 or 3 people for prospecting. And after that, when they schedule the appointment, I have 2, 3 people more. They are follow up. And
dude, that's crazy.
Another 2, 3 people, they are making they make sure the appointment is done, and if it's done, they, go the follow up to the funnel in the follow up and things like that.
But hold on. I get what you're doing. I get it. And this is why I'm laughing because we never actually talked about this.
Translate me because my English is not good.
No, it's not the English. It's just we never talked about this. So hold on. Yeah. So you have the people that follow up. They're closing the leads. They're basically salespeople at this point. How are you keeping track of all these people? Like all these messages, like, oh, I got to message this person, or I got to message that person. Like, how do you keep track of the schedule?
You know what I'm doing right now? It's a stupid thing, but that's what I'm doing. We save that contact with a number. So when I receive a lead from WhatsApp, for example, hello, how are you? What's your name? My name is Pepita Perez. Okay, so so I save that in the form Pepita Perez with the number 0013. So I have a lot of numbers. So when I need something, I just looking on the WhatsApp searching. Okay, what is the name? Pepita Perez. Okay, Pepita Perez. What is the number of ID? Okay, and we are doing CRM where we put.
Okay, that's what I was trying to find out. So you so you're putting all these contacts on a CRM.
Yeah.
So this is how you're keeping track of every message that's being sent when you need to follow up.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. So that's what I was wondering, like, how do you keep in track of all these people if you're getting hundreds of leads and all that stuff? You know what I mean?
It's not easy. It's not easy, but yeah.
So, okay.
Everything is by manually. That's why I when I told you WhatsApp is a really good strategy, but it's not automatizable.
It's okay. You can't. It's not automated.
It's not exactly.
Automation. It's all good, man. No, your English is pretty good, dude. Hold on. So it's not automated. So you're trying to. Have you tried to figure out how to automate it with Zapier? Well, I guess you can with Zapier because you got to have the real time.
Yeah, I find some CRM from WhatsApp, but sometimes WhatsApp they're really delicate. They don't like other kind of.
The API doesn't play nice with other.
Yeah, sometimes they block you. So I find some application, but it's really expensive, bro. It's really expensive. No, man. So they charge me for any kind of message that I receive, and I send and say, okay, I receive more than 5,000 messages a month. So it's gonna be, well, man.
Dude, you're like killing it over there, like over 5,000 messages. Like I can't even imagine. That's crazy, man. That's insane. So what's the plan? Where do you go from here, man?
So the plan, I have two kind of campaign. The one I told you, another thing. Have two kind of campaign. The WhatsApp is working very well, but I have another kind of system that I use. CRM with lead generation. I don't use WhatsApp in this kind of thing because it's getting it's like, I don't know, how can I say, like fastidioso, like
it's annoying. It's annoying.
Sometimes annoying because everything has to be manually, WhatsApp, things like that. But I have another system for other kind of clients that they need more qualified. They don't have a big team. They just want all the automated. So I create a CRM with lead generation. When the lead comes from Facebook ads, they go to a CRM, and that CRM they send a message to the person. Hello, thank you so much. We received your data, and another message by email. Hello, thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. And another message to my Slack team. So all my team knows my Slack team because I created Slack. It's an app. I don't know if anyone knows what is Slack.
Everybody knows. Well, of course I know what Slack is.
Can you explain it?
Yeah. So basically, for those of you listening that don't know what Slack is, Slack, it's like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like it's an application to run your whole team where you have different channels so you can communicate with your whole team in real time.
Exactly, in real time, exactly.
Yeah.
So
let me get this straight. So the lead comes in, goes to the CRM. The CRM sends one message to the client, one message to the person that came in with a follow-up sequence with emails, and it notifies your team. So what does your team do when they get the notification?
Yeah, and after they receive the lead, they call them or they send a WhatsApp, wherever else.
So you got them on the phone, man. You got them following up with them. You got salespeople in there. It's not just following up.
Sometimes, that's good, but sometimes they don't answer at the first time. They just need like a message. Hey, hello, how are you? Yeah, we are blah, 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 blah. Can we call you? Can I call you? Yes, in 5 minutes. So sometimes they don't answer at the first time.
But you know what? This is why you're crushing it, man. This is why you're killing it, because you have salespeople following up with those leads. The biggest mistake that I see agencies here in the States do, and I did this when I started years ago, is I will bring the leads, and then I grew up with sales and I grew up in sales and marketing. So I'm a closer, man. I close shit on the phone left and right. So I was assuming that when a lead came in, their team was taking care of it. But the reality hit very quickly that when the leads came in, no one was following up with those leads, especially like a staff at a dentist's office or whatever, because they don't get paid for sales or commission. So you got rid of that objection, right? You're like, you know what? I'm just going to do everything and get this ready to the point where they just have to walk through the door. Like are you taking their money before they even come in?
Yeah, bro. No, I don't take the money before.
You need to take their money before they come in.
Yeah, I know.
I told you that the other day.
I know.
Yeah, I just remembered I told you that the other day.
one step by one step, please.
You want to take it to another level? Listen to me, man. You have a team. Get the team to get that credit card and fucking take that credit card over the phone. And that way, you know they'll show up. And guess what? If they don't show up, the client got paid. So who cares?
That's true.
That's what you need to do.
Yeah, I have to do that definitely.
Dude,
that's gonna be my next level.
I want you to do it. That's your next level. Yeah, take that shit to the next level.
Yeah, good.
All right, man. We gotta get going. It's already 45 minutes, and I gotta get going. I got a bunch of stuff to do. But, dude, thank you so much for doing this with me today. I know we've been having fun all day because we talk all day. But,
yeah.
And no, dude. You know that I gave you a lot of shit, man. But I admired everything you've done. How hard you worked when you came here. Like, let's face it, I'm not gonna lie. I've worked hard in my day, but I never had to work that hard. You know, it's different when I came with a family that was well set.
Because your family was millionaire, bro.
But I still worked. I still had shitty jobs and stuff like that. But it's not the same mentality when you have nothing. Like, I think I told my parents this, and I tell friends this all the time. Like, one of the biggest disadvantages that I have is that I grew up with money. So I always had it in my head that if something happened, I would have been taken care of by my family. And, some stuff happened. I'm not going to go into it. And then I realized that wasn't not the case. And that's when I really went into gear. So I admired hard work, man, for sure. So thank you for doing this. Where can people find you, man? I know we're going to do it in Spanish for your thing, but VIP Social Marketing, if you're in South America or Mexico, or anywhere where they speak Spanish, where can people find you? Even in Miami, man. Who needs leads in Miami in Spanish? Fucking Hector will get it done.
Yeah, that's true, definitely.
Or New York.
New York. Oh my God.
Yeah.
My social media is VIP Social Marketing. That's in Instagram. That is on Facebook. And I'm creating right now my personal brand because
next level.
The next level is Hector Leal Trafficker. So I'm creating that right now. You will see in a few days, in a few months, a few videos like this, interviews. But it's gonna be in Spanish because obviously my language is Spanish. Sorry, bro, my language is Spanish. And we have to do this interview in Spanish, bro.
We'll do it in Spanish. I'll do it in Spanish. Yeah, you can Actually, I need to start doing this now that I think about it. When you upload the videos to YouTube, you can actually add captions in Spanish or English or whatever. So you can do both languages. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, perfect. But please don't say bad words like mama. Well, nothing like that, please.
I'm going to do it. You sound like my wife now.
You are from Maracaibo. If you don't know, he comes from Maracaibo. This is a city people talk like that, bro. Like really bad.
Dude, I thought you liked Gary Vee. There you go. Gary Vee curses all the time. It's all good.
On Gran Cardone. Yeah.
Gran Cardone, yeah. Listen, man, it's a South America, Florida thing. It's just the way we communicate. I was actually telling my wife today. I was like, I don't know what curse words are. They're just words. They don't mean anything. They're words. Like somebody just woke up on this like, this is bad. Like, why is it bad? It's just a word. Anyway, man, I can go on all day. It's so bad.
Yeah, like a verga. Verga means like a lot of
everything. All right, man. For those of you that are still, I don't know if you're still listening and why you're still listening, but if you did, I'm glad you did because we had a good time doing this. I'm sure you did too. So make sure to find Hector if you're in South America, Mexico, or anywhere Central America. And then, hey guys, if you liked this podcast, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the podcast, and then I will see you guys on the next episode. Hector, gracias, brother.